This is a proposal for a Geelong and Region Summer Youth League, a revamped model of the Geelong Addy Cup. And it's basically a proposal that's just geared to thinking outside the box, to try and be innovative and create something that hasn't been done in Geelong, and to take football in Geelong to a whole new level. A purely personal opinion. The aim is to provide the region's best young players an opportunity to play more games and develop as better players for career growth. It's also an opportunity for clubs, interested clubs, to develop into year-round operators and increase revenue-raising streams and build the club, build growth. It's an opportunity for clubs to trial potential young recruits for the following winter season. And it's also there to increase the level of local talent to provide more players for various football pathways. So aimed at that elite of the juniors and to also keep them involved in the game more. The aim there is to really have something happening in the off-season. The season would be played from October to December initially for approximately 10 weeks, and the aim is to finish by mid-December. Team entries could be open to any Football Victoria registered club in the Greater Geelong area. So this includes Surf Coast, Golden Plains, Otway, Colac, Ballarat and Wyndham. Clubs are permitted to field only one team in the league with a maximum of 18 players per squad. And because it's an attractive local league, it's likely to attract a major sponsor, and that would be the aim. It's a post-season league as opposed to a pre-season Lightning Premiership tournament. The competition would be finished in time for pre-season of the winter comp. The criteria for players would be to have it strictly under 20 with a maximum of 2 overage players permitted per match. Players must be registered with the club in the previous winter season. However, each club would be allowed 3 guest players from other clubs or players who have not been registered at all. So it could be someone coming back from a year off or something along those lines. The league would be a single division competition with teams playing each other once, depending on the number of team entries, possibly twice on a home and away basis. However, the regular season would last no longer than 8 weeks, and midweek rounds could be scheduled to facilitate 8-week regular seasons. A 2-week final series would be held at the completion of the regular season, and all fixtures would have to be free entry, with clubs permitted to raise revenue from kitchen, bar, raffle proceeds, sponsors, etc. No players would be paid. It's a purely amateur competition aimed at developing the youth of the Geelong region area. Games would be fixtured home and away, with all clubs to have access to either their own home grounds or a pre-arranged alternative home ground. The venues for the semi-finals and grand finals would be rotated each year and would need to be at grounds where gate entry would be able to be charged. All monies from both weeks would be split evenly between participating clubs, and the grand final, as mentioned earlier, would be held no later than mid-December each year. That is the aim, at least initially. Possibly down the track, if it grew, expanded, maybe it could then be moved into January, with finals being played late January around Australia Day or early February. The final system in effect is a top 4 system, first versus fourth and second versus third, with the top placed teams the designated home team. So that would be purely for the purpose of home kits, home dressing rooms, or access to home dressing rooms. The 2 winners advance to the grand final. The 2 losers compete in what would be a third place playoff, and that would be the curtain raiser to the grand final the following week or in week 2 of the finals series. Potential clubs, obviously clubs like North Geelong Warriors and Geelong, who would be the NPL heavyweights, but there's other clubs like Rangers, Corio, Bell Park, Surf Coast, Barwon, maybe even Golden Plains, who would have pretty strong juniors and would be able to probably field a team. Lara United's another one. Deakin Ducks would be a little bit iffy because of exams and uni students having exams, and that may be a bit difficult. Of the local clubs, Surfside Waves and Drysdale will probably be well placed to field teams if they so desired. Potential clubs from the non-Geelong region, Ballarat City, Werribee City, they're the NPL heavyweights. But then you've got Sebastopol from Ballarat, Warrnambool Wolves from Warrnambool, and then Hoppers Crossing, Point Cook Jets, Truganina Hornets, and the West Point SC from the Wyndham area. Not all clubs would want to be a part of this, and it isn't for every club. It's for the more ambitious club and the club that I suppose prides itself on being a little bit more of a football club than a sporting club. It's a hypothetical proposal. It's purely derived from a personal opinion, my opinion. We would love to hear from you as to what your thoughts and suggestions are. Email any suggestions and or proposals to communitysportsmedia@gmail.com. And also, you can put your own comments in the comments section below. Thank you very much for being a part of this and spending some time with us. Thank you.